Coffee brewing as the sun peeks through the haze. Birds are chirping, serenading morning's praise. Front porch creaks as dreams fade away. America's awakened to a brand new day. Old vinyl spinning a sweet old tune. Day starts dancing under a sleepy moon. Newsprint smudges on fingers of grace. America's awakened at her own steady pace. Sips of sunshine in a coffee cup. Simple moments lifting spirits up. From the mountains to the sandy shore. Morning in America, want just a little more. Neighbors waving with a friendly rise. Kids with backpacks chasing daylight skies. Eyes cooling on a windowsill so fine. America's awakened with a heart full of shine. Old vinyl spinning a sweet old tune. Day starts dancing under a sleepy moon. Newsprint smudges on fingers of grace. America's awakened at her own steady pace. Sips of sunshine in a coffee cup. Simple moments lifting spirits up. From the mountains to the sandy shore. Morning in America, wanting just a little more. Neighbors waving with a friendly rise. Kids with backpacks chasing daylight skies. Eyes cooling on a windowsill so fine. America's awakened with a heart full of shine. Neighbors waving with a friendly rise. Kids with backpacks chasing daylight skies. Eyes cooling on a windowsill so fine. America's awakened with a heart full of shine. Tractors rumble, fields coming alive. Big wheels turning where hopes and dreams strive. Laughter echoes down the old dirt road. America's awakened to lighten her load. America's awakened to lighten her load.
Good morning. Good morning. I was talking last night uh, in one of the Discord groups that I need to start doing something as a intro because I've got thank you for being worth serving that I use as my you know my tagline as I leave. I need one for when I come in. Maybe something like "Good Morning Vietnam," where I just scream into the microphone. What do you guys think? That way we can test if the audio is working right off the bat. You like that? We have Robert Tower, who was in here first this morning. Good morning, Robert. And then we had Nancy and Jessica and Tammy. Good morning. Diana Kissinger. Good morning. Vet Firefighter. Good morning. Who did not reach out to me yesterday, Vet. We have Shinemesis in here. We have Joan. Good morning. Good morning. We have Penny. Good morning. We have Paul. Good morning. Native Pride. Good morning. Am I missing any? Oh, Channel Meme News. Good morning. Gary. Good morning. You see you, Gary. Oh, the dog needs out. Yeah, you got to take care of the doggies. Take care of the doggos, Robert. Glory isn't. Oh, she's on the floor back there. She got her. I've got one of those dog puzzles, and I put the cat food in it for her. The dog can have cat food, not the other way around. But yeah, so I put that in there, and she was dealing with that this morning, and then later on today we'll do our training. She's picking up Play Dead very well. That one's just a fun thing that I'm doing. It's not going to be part of any type of command for doing anything. But there's another one that I have that I'm teaching her, Post, where I'm teaching her to stand in between my legs. And that one's in case if there's any situation where I need her to be fully under my control or if I'm worried about her safety. And it's pretty easy. I just hold the treat in my hand and I say, I wait for her to, you know, come between my legs to get it. And I just say post. So then we're working on that word association, the Pavlovian, what's it? Uh, what's the word? Training. And that's how easy it is to train your dogs. It's not incredibly hard. I just didn't know for years how to do it, and now I do. So yeah, making sure that me and Glory we're constantly training, doing what we need to do. Because even though she's fully trained for my medical stuff, I still always want to work on training with her because the more training she gets, the better she's going to be at all of her training. Another one that we're going to work on is I used to do a lot of I used to make a lot of paracord stuff and sell them, and I still have my supplies for that. And so me and Coop, we've talked about doing some stuff with it. Maybe we'll talk about it again today. But yeah, I'll make paracord stuff and then sell them, but I'm making one for the dog specifically to hang on to my keys. Because right now I can get her to key. Like if I throw my keys down, she goes right to them. So that's the good thing. And then once I get her doing that, I'm gonna take the paracord thing and get her used to putting it in her mouth, picking it up, and then bringing it to me. So that way, if I drop my keys, be eventually. I won't have to bend down for them. I'll be able to say, "Hey, go get me my keys," and she'll be able to bring them, which is really good for training your dogs because if you ever end up with any mobility issues, then you'll be able to get them. You did 8+ hours of driving. I guess I can forgive you. Had to drive my mother-in-law to Lone Pine, California. That sounds desolate. Uh, did it used to be called Twin Pines? And then in 1985, there was a an old man and a crazy old man and a teenager who did some things with a time experiment. If you know that joke, yeah, Back to the Future. They're at the Twin Pines Mall. Marty goes back in time and drives over a young pine tree. And when they come back to the mall in the future, when he gets back to the future, it's now the Lone Pines Mall. Ah, Jeff is here. Welcome, welcome. Good to see you. Good to see you. So we have peace in the Middle East today, or at least we're working towards it. Phase one has begun. I'm gonna take off this. Hold on. I love this hoodie because it's very warm, but it also makes me very warm. And I have a very cloudy day outside. I'm looking right now. Very cloudy day. So yeah, we have a peace deal in the Middle East. Lone Pine is on the 395. Oh, I've been on the 395. I have been on that. I haven't gone up it as many of other people. I've never been up to Bridgeport, which is that's where the Marine Corps does its cold weather training. The certificate of non-attendance is now unlocked. I enjoyed the tug show last night. Poor Megan on power and internet. Funny her dog sleep on the dog. Yeah, Megan has a beautiful dog. That's a German Shepherd and a beautiful dog. But I understand. I did listen to the at least the beginning of the show, and I agree with her 100% on Hassan and the shock collar. Like those are a tool, and you can use those, but it's not for there. It's for training. It's not for discipline. And yeah, Hassan was using it for discipline, which yeah, not a good thing to do. Um, Good morning, Coop. I'll be on with Coop later on. Coop, I was telling people about some of the paracord stuff. Maybe we'll do some paracords today. I don't know if you have a lot you want to talk about. I'll follow your lead. Bridgeport's about an hour south. Yeah, I had a friend of mine who lived up there. Really enjoyed it. I love the mountains. I really do. Life is different in the mountains. Okay, something just flashed outside my house, and it's a cloudy day. So I've got. Hopefully, it's someone from the water district because there's a pump station up here where we've got the reservoirs, and the water comes into the reservoir and then gets pumped to pump stations. And once it gets to the pump station, gravity takes over. It's a start to peace, something that hasn't happened, what, 100 years? Yeah, oh, probably a little bit over that. 1949 is when it really started to get bad. Hey, Denise. Thank you. Yeah, I'm pissed about that dog. Um, and there's so many people like him who are just scumbags. So that bothers me. But yeah, there's I did watch the first half of Megan and Tug. I had to get going because I was driving. I had to go pick up some stuff, so I didn't listen to the second half. About the time Megan, she switched to her phone because she was having internet and power issues, and that was when I tapped out. So I didn't hear them go into too much detail on this stuff yesterday. Now you guys saw my. You probably saw my what's it? My short that I did yesterday, which that did very well. Let me take a look. I didn't take a look at how many um, things that got. I know it was at like 1,700 yesterday, 1,700 views. Where'd we end up? Content, shorts. Okay, 2,000 views. So did very well. 9 likes. Or sorry, 9 comments. I would have expected more comments. But yeah, I did. So the judge, I understand people are frustrated on the judge. I understand that. And that's why I don't focus on the motions. I'll read them, but at the end of the day, it's just like they're motions. But the judge cannot tell Randy, I need you to do this. What he what he did do was he he tipped his hat. He was like, "No, you can't ask for this stuff. You can't ask for email service. All the law says you can do is you can ask for publication service, but you have to meet all these demands." Well, one of the demands, and I was looking through them this morning. Uh, you know what? Let me pull it up again, just so. And I'm not I'm not an expert on Wisconsin law, and uh, I'm also not. I haven't researched this. This is just from Google AI. Just from Google AI. Hey, AVA, welcome, welcome. Hey, Chris and Lowell. Jeff, I did say good morning, I think, to you. Hey, Jen Baroque, good morning. Denise, good morning. All right. I think I have everyone. If I didn't say good morning to you, let me know. So, according to Google AI, they have to attempt personal service. They've done that. Demonstrate due diligence. I think they can show that. And then they have to obtain a court order. After that, they publish the summons and then they mail copies and then they file proof of publication. So Randy just has to file. Hey, there's Rogue Mama and there's Brett and Therese. Good morning. Good morning. So all there was another flag. Okay, it's lightning. I just saw it's come. There's a storm coming over the. I've got clouds here, but as I'm looking, the mountains. There's a storm coming over the mountains now. So at first I was like, are they out there? Because it's still dark out. Like the sun is starting to come out. So I was like, okay, if it's um, a flashlight out there, makes sense. But no, it's lightning. I should go out and get some video or pictures of it, and then be accused by the stalker of copying her, because no one else ever takes pictures and video of the weather. Stupid, stupid people. Um, so yeah, uh, Jeremy can Jeremy and Randy can attempt personal service. They've already can show that they can show demonstrate due diligence. So all they have to do is ask for a court order. Ask for a court order, and if they get it, they will publish the summons and mail copies of it to. I would do every address that you possibly have with certificate of service, um, so certified mail, and then you publish it in a local newspaper. People were asking me, um, like, where could you publish it? I'm clicking on that. It- the clerk of circuit of court or register in probate shall return any paper not in conformity with the sub to file it. Okay. Um, uh, other statute governing by order of the day, event, default. Okay. Let me look. I'm looking for publication. Served by publication is deemed service for the first day of required publication. The defendant, if is unknown, the summons may be served by publican class 3. Where service is made by publication, Wisconsin law requires to arrange for publication of publication summons, the contents of which must be substantially form and details. Um, Wisconsin does not absurdly require publication of the entire pleading, which could fill up multiple newspaper pages. Rather, service by publication is intended to provide notice, uh, thus requires the plaintiff to mail copies of the summons and complaint to the defendant or at immediately prior to the first publication. Colburn v. Netflix. So it just says newspaper here. So I'm not seeing. I guess he could publish it at a web-based newspaper. It doesn't look like it does not look like Wisconsin law. Um, there's a couple more. Okay. Uh, class 3. Blah, blah, blah. Service by publication shall not be proved by the affidavit of the publisher or printer or the foreman or principal clerk stating that the summons was published and specifying the date of each insertion, and by an affidavit of mailing an authenticated copy of the summons with the complaint or notice of the object of the action. So I guess he can put it in a web newspaper. They just have to swear, uh, if the reasonable due diligence, the defendant cannot be served under paragraph A. The summons may be served upon an officer, director, or managing agent of the corporation limited liability. Okay, that's companies. Okay, this is talking about partnerships. So I guess Jeremy can publish it. It doesn't have to be in a print. They do say newspaper, and if I were him, I would just publish it in newspapers in Wisconsin, just so that you have that check in the box. I'd probably publish it in several different places and be like, "Here you go. Sworn affidavits. Hey, TC, I see TC's here. Good morning. We have peace in the Middle East, TC, or at least we're on the pathway to it. Phase one has begun. Uh, oh, the stalker's posting on YouTube. Oh my God, just stop, lady. Just move on. Milwaukee still has newspaper as well as digital news, and I would go with local publications too. Because here's the thing, Jeremy can spend that money because that's more real damages that Jeremy can show. And we have police out there saying, "Oh, it's past time of service." That's up to the judge. That's up to the judge. And the fact that you guys are dodging, the judge is going to be, I'm pretty sure, is going to be sympathetic to Jeremy. That's why you don't piss off the judge. And that motion that Paint Chip Senior filed, yeah, that is going to piss off the judge. You guys, your strategy is stupid. It's a horrible, horrible strategy. Hey, Dana, lurker, check in so many, so my view counts. I appreciate it. When you come in here and you give if you hit the like and thumbs up, which please hit the like and thumbs up. When you do that, that helps, and it counts the same way that a comment does. In comments, tell YouTube, hey, this is a popular podcast. Put it in front of more people. I'm refilling my coffee out of my carafe. What else is happening? So yeah, we'll see if all parties stick to the peace deal. This deal came because of Iran. Trump and Israel bombing Iran, they have decimated Iran's military. And Iran now has to dedicate money towards rebuilding its military. What it is unable to do is now supply Hamas and Hezbollah with equipment, funding, and yeah, support. So that's why this peace deal has come about. Good morning, Larry. I see you there. Sea girl, I see you as well. Georgie's mom. Good morning. Larry, I'm going to be reaching out to you today. I am for sure coming into town at the end of this month, beginning of next, and I'd like to meet up with you and Sansi, have lunch or dinner or something. I will be in Gulfport. There's another streamer we found out there too, Mississippi MS Coast Life, Mississippi Coast Life. He's been in the ecosystem posting his stuff. He's a Uber driver. We will know more in 72 hours. Israel hasn't ratified yet, have they? They're at the table, like they're on board. They're on board. Uh, the U.S. and Egypt brokered this, so uh, if the U.S. if Israel's coming because the U.S. does, they're on board. If Egypt has Hamas, it's because they're on board. So yeah, I I think I before I was skeptical, but now I think yeah we've got a peace deal. Now, what does this peace deal do? Will it recognize two states? That we will see. Oh, you already subscribed to him? All right, awesome. Yeah. When and here's the other thing: if any of you guys, because I'm going to be driving back from Mississippi back here to California, um, I'm already getting ideas as what to do. If you're on that drive, I'm thinking it looks like I'm going to definitely stop in Austin. But if you're somewhere along that drive and want to meet up with the skipper, I'll be on the road. If Israel doesn't, they'll lose all support. Oh, I totally agree. Totally agree with you, TC. Israel, for the international community, Israel has to be completely on board with this. Totally agree with that. Um, oh, okay, I know what that is. Uh, but yeah, it's a start. Come hang out with me. You're not on the way, AVA. I do want to get up north. I actually want to. I got friends up in Reno. I want to get up there. But we're talking about where should we stay? It looks like Austin is on the table. Maybe San Antonio, uh, El Paso. I might go by Fort Bliss. We might even go by Fort Hood. We're talking about it. And if I do that, I'm gonna get some footage and be able to do my veteran travel videos. So other veterans, if they're looking to go to different bases, will be able to look and say, okay, yeah, these are things I like on those bases. I'm stealing the Granger's content. Brett and Therese are gonna be like, damn you, Skipper. You're 45 south of Reno. Yeah, I got friends. They're on the south side of Reno. I don't know how far, but I do know they're in between Reno and Carson City. And I've talked about going up there. A couple things I want to see up that way. I really want to go up to Tahoe. There's a Coast Guard cabin available for veterans. You can rent, and I've mentioned that to AVA before. Um, so yeah, would like to do some of that. I've got people sending me messages. Hold on here. Oh, okay. I see, Yvette. Um, what is it? Oh my. Oh my. Are these from? Oh no, these are from other. Okay, the stalker is now uploading uh copyrighted content. And now that I've mentioned it, she's gonna delete. Oh, sorry. Hey Yolanda, good morning. Good morning. You missed me, Skipper. Always, Darlene. Always. We like having you here. Um. Oh, good morning, Kat. See, I'm trying to greet everyone. And if I missed you, just Greg in Scotland. Good morning. Yeah, just give me a little wave. So my brother is engaged to be married, and my younger brother. It's a big it's a big argument in our family because on one side of the family we're Danish and Irish. On the other side of the family we're German, and the argument is, are we Scottish or Welsh? Arthur itself is a Welsh name, but obviously there's you know uh, MacArthur, which is a Scottish, and the question is, are we part of the Welsh Arthurs or are we from the MacArthurs who dropped the Mech, which means son of? Um, so that's the debate in our family, and my younger brother, he wants to wear kilts. Uh, as part of the wedding party. My older brother, who's the one getting married, is like, we are not doing kilts. I said, I don't want to do that. I, however, want to wear a bear costume and I want to be the ring bear. Not ring bearer, the ring bear. Rawr. DNA test? Oh no, I am not giving the government my DNA, Nancy. They already have my fingerprints. Trump actively floating the idea of not issuing back pay to certain segments of federal employees when the shutdown ends. Um, I'm sure he's going to talk about that. You know, Uh, Trump talks. He says a lot of stuff. Doesn't mean he's actually going to do it. I mean, I was laughing yesterday because I posted a thing of Joe Rogan. in one of the groups I'm in. Joe Rogan was him and a couple Mark Norman and a couple other comedians were laughing because Trump was like, "Oh yeah, we should take the guns away from the trans people. They're killing people." And like Rogan was like, he literally just got the Democrats to start defending gun rights, and that's the beauty of Trump. He'll say stuff knowing there's nothing beholden to it, and he's going to say stuff. But there are people who, like when he said, "Don't take Tylenol," and people started taking Tylenol. That's the type of power Trump has over these people. He can say, "Don't shove Pepsi cans up your ass," and they're going to immediately start shoving Pepsi cans up their ass. But he can also do that for political good by saying, "Hey, no, we're going to take these gun rights away from people," and now all of a sudden the Democrats are defending gun rights. You know, he does have a good strategy, or the ability to do good strategy with that right there. Um, if he told people not to jump out of windows, um, they would be lining up in the streets of New York to jump off the Empire State Building. Yeah, which makes me laugh. That it's like you guys are getting played every time. Hey Harry, good morning. Good morning. S- That motion was struck. Yeah, the one about the service. But you weren't here, see girl. We were talking about the judge did put in a footnote. Oh, publication, service by publication is allowed. And I would hope Randy reads that and says, "Oh, okay, this is the judge essentially telling me without telling me, do service by publication." I saw a farmer having sex with a sheep this morning. I blame Dinesh D'Souza. No, no, no. He's not a sheep shagger. He's a street shitter. You got to get your racist memes right. The sheep shaggers are New Zealanders, according to my Australian friends. Those of you who are here this morning, sorry. I love that the Australians and New Zealanders they give it to each other back and forth. Would be the yeah, shoving Pepsi cans up their butt would be the next TikTok craze if Trump said don't do it. We need to have Trump remove all warning labels. There's a warning label for a reason. Yeah, it's there for a reason. Uh, Trump could say, "Don't swim in shark-infested waters," and we know what would happen. Ooh, did you guys see that lightning flash? Glory's starting to get concerned. Hey, it's okay. It's just lightning. We'll be all right. If Coop's still watching, I do have a meeting this morning already set for 10:30 my time. Uh, so I'm probably going to end my stream today a little bit earlier than what I've been, just so I can get cleaned up, and then I'll do your show. And your show, I believe, is set to end at 10, so I'll need to stick with that and then be able to make my meeting. Did you hear about tweet about watching farmers having sex with sheep? No, I didn't. Okay, okay. Nancy says disgusting. I mean, you don't want to hear uh, you don't want to hear what Tug was talking about last night. Avoid the first half hour of the show. Tug, like I did not. I had to put my dinner away. What he was talking about. Um, that's what we say about people in Aberdeen. It's not just New Zealand thing. Yeah, I've heard about that. Why am I picking on Pepsi? I mean, I don't mind Pepsi. It's a lot of sugar for me. Um, Coke is my favorite. Um, but I prefer root beer over other soda. Oh, thank you, Teresa, for the super sticker. I appreciate it. Always appreciated. Here, let me put it back up on the thing. You get if you send a super chat or super sticker, you're guaranteed to get it highlighted on the screen. um, I might, yeah, I might start doing, because I was looking what Coop and Georgie do. They do a thing where if you give enough super chats and stuff, then ooh, that lightning it's getting close, folks. And I have to take the trash. It's okay if I don't take the trash out this week. I'm a single guy and I have a teenager, so we don't have a lot of trash. So if I don't get the trash out this week, we're gonna be fine. This is gonna be great for all the plants outside, though. Um, but yeah, so what Coop and Georgie do is if you send enough super chats, they put a goal, and what if they hit the goal, they turn off all the um, all the ads on YouTube. So I might do something like that. You know, they're showing me the way.
I saw the sign, and it opened up my eyes. I saw the sign. Life is demanding without understanding.
Oh my god, I love that old Opie and Anthony clip. Oh, I saw the sign. That chick was publicly ridiculed for a MacBook. Oh, how fun. How fun. Uh, let's see what else is going on. Oh, we got 32 people watching on X. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate you guys on there watching us on Patriot 911 News. Um, they are great over there. I send them a tweet and they straight up retweet it. Which is great if you're trying to build your following on X. Yeah, just tag them in a tweet. They will retweet it. They're good like that. So yeah, that's Patriot 911 News. I'm also in their group on Facebook, so I post this there too. And I've seen we get some views out of them. I'm trying to think what else I want to do this morning. Um, let me pull up the news. We'll talk about the news. So yeah, Israel and Palestine. Well, Hamas, because Fatah party's already got a peace deal. Ooh, more lightning. Hopefully, I don't lose internet service. I'm supposed to be on with Coop. Tug was hilarious. He was hilarious. It was just gross the stuff he was talking about. He was talking about a guy in a cave, and they got started up by Super Dave sitting uh, alone in a room. James Freeman was arrested. If you know First Amendment auditing, you know who James Freeman is, but he was arrested. Okay, people are having a discussion. I'm gonna have to get caught up in it all later. It's just way too long. It's Coop and Georgie talking. Georgie is not going to be on today. She's at a wedding. And according to the dictionary, a wedding is the process of removing weeds from one's garden. Have you ever had a booger you dig out your nose? It feels like a no, but one time I was picking my nose while I was driving my car, and I had to hit the brakes suddenly, and my elbow hit the steering wheel, and I think I stabbed my brain. Do you guys think I'm gonna die? George Clooney reveals highly anticipated uh, Ocean's 11 sequel is happening. That is a horrible idea. They're all in their 60s. Like, they're all in their what I put on X, I said, "What are they gonna be stealing? Prescription drugs?" Like, yeah, give it up. Give it up. When you turn to the left, we lose your audio. Oh, I'm sorry. It's because this is a directional mic. Here, let me move it this way a little bit better so then you won't lose it as much. Uh, Diesel Brothers star arrested after judge finds him in contempt. I don't know who the Diesel Brothers are. Oh, a Disneyland visitor died at the haunted mansion. Uh, People die at Disneyland. It's really not that big of a story. They die at Disneyland all the time. I don't know why this one. Maybe it's because it's on the haunted mansion. Weight loss. Yeah. Well, they had the picture of that guy in Florida who was being removed from his house, and they had him strapped, and a crane was taking him out. And they were talking that that's stupid Dave's future, and it is if he's gonna lock himself away and just eat crap. Like, okay, one thing I need to be better about, since I'm getting this time more at home, is walking. I have gone on some walks, but I'm trying to walk for 45 minutes. Uh, and that's something I want to do. If all of you want to be just a little bit healthier and you don't work out, just go for a walk. Just start taking like half hour, 45-minute walks, and you will get healthier. 100%. That's why when I was working from home, what was that, a year ago? I was doing the walk and talks with the skipper. It was my way of making sure I was out there walking, but I was also I knew I had to put out content, and that was really part of when I started growing. Um, because I started that right before the what the hails things really kicked off, and yeah, I was walking around and yeah, just trying to 45 minutes. That's a well, that's that's what for your casual people, TC. Yeah, your casual people. If you can do nothing else, try to walk for half hour to 45 minutes every day, and you'll see you'll start being better, just a little bit healthier, and that's really all it takes. He's already looking a little pale from probably a vitamin D deficiency. Boy, probably, yeah. My coffee pot just leaked everywhere going back to bed. That sucks. Um, you know what? I need to buy a new coffee pot, and I was looking at it. I don't know. I want to. Maybe that'll be. I'll ask for Christmas. Yeah, I don't ask for a lot of things for Christmas. It's part of being a man. Especially when once you become a dad, it's like I don't need stuff for Christmas. Like whatever my son gets me, I cherish it. Um, but I'm not like yeah, like these grown ass adults who are like in their 40s who are like, "Oh, my parents didn't get me what I want for Christmas." It's like, you're an adult. Just buy it yourself. Like I spend on the kids like I'll spend probably about $300 on my son on average. Last year I went above I spent like $600 last year, but he got a PS5. Um, so we didn't get a lot of other stuff because he got the PS5. Uh, but I normally spend around $300 to $400 for Christmas, and I start this time of year too. On my nieces and nephews, I'll spend about $50 on, and sometimes I go over with that too. Um, and then for my brothers and my parents, I spend at least $50 on each of them because they're my parents. My brothers, they get $25. They're getting a T-shirt or a gift card. It's like you're an adult, okay? You're an adult. Um, and like for my parents, my mom is always trying to like spend like hundreds of dollars on us. I'm like, Mom, spend it on the kids. I would much rather you spend it on the kids than me. And that's just, like Christmas is supposed to be about kids. And like if you want to get me little stuff, I'm happy. They did get me she last year, was that when I got no, it was my birthday. She was like, "What do you want for your birthday?" I was like, I really want a bread machine. I think the one that I got, it's on Amazon for $35. I love it. And I'm like, "Oh, yeah, yeah, there you go. If you get me that, I'll be happy." She gave me gift cards on top of that, but I didn't expect it. And everyone else, they're like, "What do you want for your birthday?" I'm like, give me a $25 gift card, either to Home Depot or Harbor Freight, because I love being able to buy tools now. I I'm now to the point where it's like when I need a tool, I generally have it, and I if I ever need a tool, I do buy it, because you can reuse tools. I get people, I have no problem with people borrowing my tools. It's just, hey, give them back to me. Which I do have to talk to my one friend. She's got my ladder. But I'm like, hey, no, you can use my tools. That's fine. That's what tools are for. And I'm now trying to teach my son like tools. As long as you're getting good tools that are going to stand up over time, they're a good investment. So I have put some money into tools, and I'm like, yeah, if you get me like a $20 gift card, that's what I'm going to use it on. I'm going to buy tools. I need an espresso machine that works for more than 3 uses. I do have one. I'll have to look at what type mine is. Um, I don't. I use it I use it more when I have guests. I like espresso, but I prefer coffee. But I've had guests, and they're like, I'm like, "Do you want a latte or a cappuccino?" Uh, oh my, oh my. Some drama happened. It's spouting off. Skipper's not jumping in that. But yeah, I'll if I have guests, that's when I'll be like, "Hey, you want a cappuccino or something?" And I'll make that. No one but the green kids are getting presents this year. Oh, the grandkids. I don't blame you. I don't blame you. Like if I get a $5 gift card, I'm happy. Like, take care of my kid before you take care of him. Like, anyone who buys my kid gifts for his birthday or Christmas, I remember those people all year long. Like, I will send them gifts and stuff. I I'm not a guy who needs people to say happy birthday to me. My birthday is Christmas Eve, so I'm used to, well, this is for Christmas and your birthday, so I was never big on expecting gifts. Um, See, now I have friends like that, and I give them stuff during July and be like, "This is your half birthday gift." I tell my kids canning lids, I can around 300. So, Diana, I'll have to get with you about canning because now that I'm getting these things growing, I need to really like start focusing on canning because I've got lemons, I've got raspberries, I've got next year I'll have apples and peaches. As I start getting this stuff, I want to be able to can them, uh, and be able to start storing stuff. Yeah, so yeah, I'm the same way. Yeah, the grandkids like spoil the kids. Um, yeah, I would much rather see that happen. Like these adults who are like, it's my birthday month. That's that's kind of dumb. Um, yeah, I'm just like, I want a fruit cocktail tree. That would be awesome. I'm I still want to find there's a desert grape out here, and I want to plant that on this side of the house, the sunny side of the house. So then I can get the vines kind of growing up my the side of my house to give me a little bit more shade because shade does help in the desert. I know people are like, it doesn't matter, it's still hot. Trust me, when you touch the side of your house and it burns your hand, shade helps. I did. My mom was like, "Get one of those sunsetter awnings." I'm like, "Yeah, the wind is way too big here." I bought some. awnings off of Temu, and they've lasted a year and a half. Now they're starting to get to the point like they're starting to deteriorate. So next year I'll have to replace them, and that's fine. But they've done their job, and I'll probably go with the more because these were canvas. I'm probably going to go with the ones that are like plastic, uh, just because I think they'll deal with the what's it with the wind more. But yeah, I'm not doing a retractable awning. Like no, like I would do an awning that I would do across the whole face of the house. I would do that, but I don't want a retractable one. I was initially gonna pave out here and like turn it into a porch, but I've got the one in the back, and I was like, you know what, it's gonna be just easier for me to enclose this. So that's I've been slowly working on that too. Caning is easy, but you may want to think of getting a dehydrator too. I do both. Um, maybe I just have to research it. My birthday came and went on the 29th of September. Did a live stream to celebrate how Miss MBRR money to go to lunch with her friend, and that was the best thing ever. Yeah, yeah. That's like if someone sends me a card to like go out to dinner, I'll take someone out to dinner on my birthday. That's all I need to do. Or I'll go to like Denny's and get my free meal. Everyone asked me for homemade apple butter, pumpkin butter, caramel sauce. They get homemade, and they get a whole new homemade ornament. Yeah, that's great. I love apple butter. I love apple butter. I will be so happy when my apple tree starts giving me apples. Um, it's doing really well. So my irrigation system, the batteries died on me, and I should have known. And I did lose the orange tree, but the peach and the apple are going strong. So, which is okay because I like the orange tree was in the middle, and I I planted them too close together was the problem. So now there's space. There was always space between the apple and the peach, about 10 foot. So that's going to be a healthy space for those. And the other side. Once I harvest my lime, it's now in the fall. I'm going to move the lemon tree. Uh, yeah, the lemon, not the lime. I'm gonna move the lemon tree out there, and that'll be 10 feet away from the apple tree. Skipper doesn't need a dehydrator. Have you seen him cook? Ugh. Oh wow. I'm gonna have to end this, guys. I'm looking at the time, and I want to get ready and prepare for Coop and Georgie's show. So I'm gonna go ahead and get going. Join me on Coop and Georgie's show. That'll be in about 20 minutes per se. In the meantime, I'm gonna get my shower, get cleaned up, and I'll be ready to do that. Uh, if you guys need me for anything, veterannation at protonmail.com, or you can always text me at 225-395-1838. That's down below. That's that what is it? It's 225 bald vet is bald one vet, I think is is what it says. So yeah, it's down in the thing below. So reach out to me, especially if you have story stuff or stuff you want me to talk about. Tug and Megan we're talking about on the Twitch creator Hassan. Yeah, we did talk about that earlier in the show, Greg. Um, so yeah, just rewind after I end, and you'll see what we are talking about. Um, and I think I might be doing some more streams on TikTok about me and Glory doing training. So all right, guys, I'm going to get going. Thank you so much for being here, as always. Thank you for all your questions, comments. Please hit the thumbs up, like, subscribe. If you're not watching on YouTube, subscribe to us on YouTube and or Rumble. We do appreciate all your comments, questions, all that good stuff. Yeah, this weekend if you're a veteran, give us stories for Veteran Nation Unexplained. We will be doing Chupacabra this Sunday. That's going to be our show for Sunday. So thank you guys, and as always, thank you for being worth serving.
Coffee brewing as the sun peeks through the haze. Birds are chirping, serenading morning's praise. Front porch creaks as dreams fade away. America's awakened to a brand new day. Old vinyl spinning a sweet old tune. Day starts dancing under a sleepy moon. Newsprint smudges on fingers of grace. America's awakened at her own steady pace. Sips of sunshine in a coffee cup. Simple moments lifting spirits up. From the mountains to the sandy shore. Morning in America, want just a little more. Neighbors waving with a friendly rise. Kids with backpacks chasing daylight skies. Eyes cooling on a windowsill so fine. America's awakened with a heart full of shine. Old vinyl spinning a sweet old tune. Day starts dancing under a sleepy moon. Newsprint smudges on fingers of grace. America's awakened at her own steady pace. Sips of sunshine in a coffee cup. Simple moments lifting spirits up. From the mountains to the sandy shore. Morning in America, want just a little more. Neighbors waving with a friendly rise. Kids with backpacks chasing daylight skies. Eyes cooling on a windowsill so fine. America's awakened with a heart full of shine. Neighbors waving with a friendly rise. Kids with backpacks chasing daylight skies. Eyes cooling on a windowsill so fine. America's awakened with a heart full of shine. Tractors rumble, fields coming alive. Big wheels turning where hopes and dreams strive. Laughter echoes down the old dirt road. America's awakened to lighten her load. America's awakened to lighten her load.